Now we turn to the growing national outrage about what has happened to American veterans inside VA hospitals. The government ordered a review of every hospital after reports that patients were dying while waiting and waiting and waiting for care. And today,
for Monique Kelly, it's not just about the long wait times for an appointment.
I'm suffering so bad and no one won't help us veterans. They delay, deny, and hope that we die.
For too long, the American medical community has been ignoring chronic pain. And this has created an epidemic of suffering. When we live with pain, we are not living our true selves. We are not living our best selves. We're not even living at all, because the pain overtakes our ability to think, feel, even to love.
I don't want to die.
Following each denial, an appeal. How many appeals have you filed?
At least 6 to 7 appeals on the same issue.
And how many times have you been denied?
All times. All times.
Something Kelly calls a delay mechanism.
This is just circling the wagon constantly over and over and over and not doing anything about us veterans. And it's just on a backlog, and then soon off, eventually we die off. I'm hoping that I don't have to die off before this is fixed.
The VA denied.
One of the tactics that the VA uses to delay veterans from proper health care, just to slow down the process of veterans, which leads to depression, suicide rate, anxiety, annoyance, anger, is giving you numbers that only leads to a ringing phone where it does not, no one answer, there's no voicemail or anything, so you can't even leave a history. So what I suggest to veterans to do is record every call, even screenshot the number that they give you to call. When you do experience this, record the call so you can record the internal systematic fuckery that they're pulling. I record all my calls, so you'll get to hear me call the VA and the screenshot of the number that they give me. But it's even more important is the arrogance that once I do bypass that system by calling in and getting a back number to actually where I was supposed to, and then this is just setting an appointment, a virtual meeting appointment for a doctor. But you'll hear me question, which I waited, and it was by design. I waited to set the appointment, then I just simply asked her a question. I want you to take note of her attitude and what she did.
Medical or mental health emergency, hang up and dial 911. If you are having thoughts of suicide. Good morning, Sergey. Operator Liz, I go take your call.
I'm trying to make a virtual, I got to schedule a virtual appointment, but the number is just, there's no voicemail or anything. It just keeps ringing.
What department is it with?
It just has, called Dr. Kelkowski, Klimkowski. It says,
yep.
Yeah, that's all I have.
Let me see if I can get you. Yep, I'm going to get you up to the front desk up there at Team G. Hold on.
All right.
Debbie, Team G, can I help you?
Yes, I'm trying to make an appointment for a virtual, what is this?
Dr. Kumkowski, I'm sorry. Hold on one second.
What's the name?
Kumkowski.
Right, they sent me something on the 2nd for a number to call, 313-576. Wait, no, strike that. It was 576 1343. That was August the 2nd. I done called
13th.
Fort. Yeah, yeah, no. I got one August the 2nd. I got another one like, you said the 13th?
No, I didn't say that. I said you had one August 2nd.
Right, right. Yeah, it says schedule. Yeah, mail letter to a patient. All right, this number that was.
Oh, I got another phone call. You on a phone call with a veteran, and then when I questioned her about, well, how come the number that y'all gave me to schedule the appointment, it is leading to, and then she's like, oh no, that's just the front desk. So they know she's telling you right there to fuck. Oh no, that's just the front desk. And then she even states, don't nobody answer that phone. So I'm like, well, why would you put that number as a number for the veteran to call to schedule an appointment? Then if you note what she did, it is one of these old demonic ass fucking females over here. Fuck that. Old fucking demonic black bitch. What did she state? Oh, I got another call. Again, insult, straight disrespect, no real care and concern for the veteran. That's why I tell them, don't fucking tell me thank you for your service when y'all act like fucking demons. Then when she does, what she's trying to do is to not deal with me, is to get me to go off on her low IQ ass. That's why it's like, what they do is temperament checks, so they try to annoy you and antagonize you for you to yell at them, so they can play like the one doctor did. If you watch the last video, out of one doctor, she very belligerent, very verbally intrusive, showing physical displeasure and disrespect, just even talking to the veteran. But if you notice, this black, I don't know, what she, medical receptionist or whatever she is, when that didn't work, and she's like, oh, I got another call. And then she put me on hold for a minute. Now, that was either, usually somebody's telling them something, then they come back on the phone. Because if you notice, when she came back to the phone, she was still belligerent. Like, ain't no real care concern for the veteran. Matter of fact, there's no even real professionalism or even being like nice or professional in your job. Like, if you're gonna lie to somebody, at least make the damn lie like respectable or believable. But they like, they're not held to any standard, so they could be this belligerent, disrespectful on the phone. And then if you show human emotion and get back, state the same or act the same way back to them, then they try to play a victim. And here's why I can't respect most of these females that work in this system. Like, if you're gonna do something, stand on it. Then don't play victim if a person come at you the same type way. That's like, it's intellectual cowardice at the highest form. But that's why I can't. And the number one thing with me is I had nothing but strong women in my life. I can't stand no weak ass, low IQ, intellectually inadequate bitch. I can't fucking stand them. But they just, it irritates my soul to the point, because these are black women that's working in the system that fucks them over constantly. So it's like, what I feel in the system is this, is that they get fucked over so much they can't wait to fuck over somebody else. And the only one they could fuck over is a black man. But I don't see them do this shit to nan white boy. I see them do it to a lot of motherfucking brothers. And then brothers will be able to testify and leave testimony on this fucking channel. I want you to leave, and I want, don't be shy. And a lot of y'all she beast raised and shit, and just like, you know, and actually it's like this. You being silent because your mama black, your sister black and shit, like that ain't your mama and sister. These demon bitches gotta go. Especially again, or if like, I look at it like this. When that bitch is like that, working like that, she can push somebody over the motherfucking edge to be like fucking. So I look at them as arbiters of death or architects of death. Because when you doing that shit, you doing that shit to somebody, like, you don't know their emotional state. You know they be fucked up anyway. You call into the hospital. Most of us don't even want to fucking call into the hospital. We don't want to go to, because we getting treated like this. So the number one thing too is not just being treated like this by crackers. We expect that. We expect that shit from the barrier class. We expect that shit from everybody else. The sickest shit is seeing and dealing with it from your own fucking people.
It's enough for our veterans dying. Enough for me, who's sick and have to pay my own medical bills and they depleted my medical insurance.
For Kelly, an approved claim means getting the treatment needed.
Me and the other veterans, we have to go countless times, day after day, month after month, year after year. But we're told it's not in your medical records. File for an appeal.
She says she's paid thousands out of pocket for care. But until her claims go through, it's a waiting game, the longest in the country, to get the care she needs.
I'm just tired, and I'm speaking on the behalf of all of our veterans, to our lost comrades who died before getting their medical care and who, while waiting for their medical care, is dying.
For too long, the American medical community has been ignoring chronic pain. And this has created an epidemic of suffering. When we live with pain, we are not living our true selves. We are not living our best selves. We're not even living at all, because the pain overtakes our ability to think, feel, even to love.